Hoi, jeg heter Mars. Du ser på en ny episode av Worldwide Weekend. Europa fryser av. Oh, I'm so glad you're back. Come with me to the northernmost places you can imagine. Starting in the north of Norway, in Tromsø, and I even go above that, while I continue to the capital of Svalbard, Longyearbyen, whatever. Will I see some beautiful northern lights? Meet a polar bear? Or just a terrible snowman? Stay tuned and you'll know within half an hour. Good morning from Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. I'm waiting for my flight to Copenhagen. It's the same flight I had 4.5 months ago. Back then, I turned from Copenhagen left to the Faroe Islands. But today, I'm heading straight north, far beyond the polar circle. Brr. We'll meet again there. It's about an hour's flight to Copenhagen, where I have a short layover, and then it's another 2.5 hour flight to my final destination, Tromsø. Here arrives my first flight, an Airbus A320neo from SAS Scandinavian Airlines. No window seat this time. Enjoy this view for a change. Okay, this isn't exactly a good start. What idiot comes up with a shape like that for a milk carton? It's so awkward. The milk doesn't come out on its own. You have to squeeze. A blueprint for a huge mess. But I have to say, with the rest of the milk, the coffee tastes quite okay. Here awaits my second flight. The same type of plane with the same airline as the previous flight. Oh my god, what kind of welcome is this? But hey, it's autumn here too. What a welcome! Let's quickly find a bus to the city. This will do for one night, but it's a bit of shame that the bed is not much longer than myself. Let's see what Tromsø has to offer, but not for too long, because the weather is still awful. Tromsø is a quite modest town. Well, what do you expect? We're 350 kilometers above the polar circle. But they do have something I didn't quite expect here. Look at it. Hard Rock Cafe Tromsø. The most northern hard rock cafe in the world. It's just a guilty pleasure. Let's go! And this is what a guilty pleasure within a guilty pleasure looks like.
So first, let's start with probably the most important person in the bus tonight, our driver, Adrian.
Woo!
Adrian is originally from Romania, but he's working here in the Arctic since several years. He has a lot of experience in driving in all the dirty conditions that we can have here around Tromsø in the winter time. So we are definitely in very, very good hands. And tonight will be tour guides. I will be guiding with my colleague, Becca. She is originally from Sweden. And yeah, myself, Korean, originally from France, living in Tromsø since a few years now. Already my third winter season here, chasing the Northern Lights. So, what do we need to see Northern Lights? Do you guys have any guess?
Clear sky!
Clear skies, yes, that's true. That's actually a very important thing. So let's say that we usually say that we need 3 ingredients to be able to see Northern Lights. Clear skies. The second is darkness. We need darkness to see Northern Lights. And the third, it's actually the easiest, but most of the time people are not able to reply to this answer. Northern Light activity. The Northern Light themselves. We need Northern Light to be able to see Northern Light, right?
Whoa.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Okay. And tonight it looks like Tromsø is not going to be the best place. That's one of the reasons that we are going away of the city. We are heading to a place called Sommerøy. Sommerøy is actually a small island in the northwest of Tromsø. So we are going northwest, and we are going close to the coast because usually when we have this kind of weather, this is the place where the clouds are moving more.
Well, one thing is for sure, it's dark. It's a funny view. I do see some lights, but not a northern light. What's this? No northern lights here, only darkness and rain. Well, just wait for it in the bus.
One hour later.
We're still in the same place, but the weather improved. It stopped raining and just have to wait for a crack in the sky. I think I had another idea about chasing the northern light. We just drove to a spot 60 kilometers west of Tromsø, and that's it. You just wait for the magic. And wait and wait and wait. Nothing. Maybe when I switch off the light, because light is polluting the air. Wow. Let's try it without a light. Still nothing.
Two hours later.
Despite not being able to see the northern lights, just let's make the best of it. And the weather is improving.
Three hours later.
There are no lights anymore, so our eyes can get used to the dark, so we will spot the lights better and earlier. You have to be lucky because it can appear for just a few seconds, it can appear for a whole night. Fingers crossed the night is not over yet. Come on, Aurora, you can do it. So this is what you see through a movie camera. And I actually didn't see much more with the naked eye. But with the phone camera and a long shutter speed, you can see that it's there. The one and only Aurora Borealis. Sorry for the bad camera work. You need a tripod for this.
5 hours later.
I think the party is over. It's almost 12:30. We spent here about 4 hours chasing the northern lights. We succeeded, albeit it was not that vivid. I don't mind to drive back to Tromsø again. That was it for tonight. Sleep well, and I see you tomorrow. I just checked out of the hotel, and now I'm gonna show you a little bit of Tromsø. Let's start there. Yeah, I know that was very short, but the weather is still terrible and I have to catch another plane. Here we are again at Tromsø airport. Good morning. I'm waiting for my flight to Longyearbyen, if I pronounce that correctly. It's the northernmost civilian airport in the world. I'm very curious to see what I'll find there, or if I'll find anything at all. The flight to the capital of Svalbard/Spitsbergen takes just under 2 hours and is operated by a Norwegian air shuttle Boeing 737-800. I am again not sitting at the window, but I promise you a great approach. And here you look at the whole town of Longyearbyen, the northernmost settlement in the world with more than 1,000 inhabitants. I've only been here for 5 minutes and already run into a polar bear. Don't be afraid. Stay calm and look angry. The bear will move on, both will be safe. The only way to get from the airport to Longyear is by bus or taxi. A 5-minute bus ride costs a whopping €10 one way. Make it double if you choose for a taxi. But there is no alternative. Walking isn't an option because of the danger, if you might already guessed it, polar bears. I just jumped out of the bus and the first thing I noticed is it's so silent. I get a feeling that I'm somewhere in an industrial area. My hotel is here. And take a look how it looks like. It looks more like a workshop than a guest house. But it has its charm, doesn't it? It's an endless corridor to my room, right at the end of the building. How nice, we've got a serial killer on my door. Looks very basic, doesn't it? It has a bed, a wardrobe, a table and a chair, and the showers and toilets are in the hallway. And that's it. But breakfast is included. It's only a small walk to downtown Longyear. Despite it's only 3 p.m., the sun already sets within an hour. I can show you my room. Here it is. Don't expect any historical buildings. If you look at the architecture, it's like they piled up some containers. Oh, that's narrow. And this is the Longyear River, or what's left of it. Now I'm walking downtown Longyear, and there's not much difference between inside or outside Longyear. It's death quiet. Okay, this looks a bit like civilization. Let's see what we find here. Not for the first time I've lost some footage. Luckily we still have the photos. Let me talk you through it. On the left is the cultural center. And on the far left is not a piece of a power pole, but the remains of the former cable taxi. You see this warning in every public building here. Is this a cowboy state? Yes, only here they are called polar bears. Outside of build-up areas, a firearm is mandatory for protection against these white-haired bandits, but not in the shop. On the streets, firearms must be visibly unloaded. And this is the only hospital in Svalbard, but for urgent matters, you are required to seek treatment in Norway. And this is pretty much the end of the main street. Nice view, isn't it? This cold weather does make you hungry, right? Yeah, I'm hungry. Let's do something about it. You can't be warned enough about this. Don't bring your firearms here either. I'm excited already. Let's start off with a local beer, which is called Spitsbergen. Let's give it a go. Cheers! It tastes a bit like a special Belgian beer. Well, let me get used to it. My appetizer has arrived. You barely can see it, but if you're wondering what this is, it's carpaccio. It's like the most boring appetizer you can think of, but this is not ordinary meat. This is whale meat. Whale meat. It's the first time I'll ever try. It's a bit tough. It's quite salty, but I like it. It tastes quite good actually. Like, it also has apple, sour cream, and bread crumble. Oh, crumble. Bon appetit. The main course has just arrived. Any idea what it is? It's a whale steak. And this is what whale meat looks like up close. It's a bit tougher, salty. It has a kind of fishy flavor. But anyway, I like it. It's definitely a lot tougher than normal meat. And it looks very reddish. So that was my first whale steak ever. How am I gonna rate this? I'll leave the dessert as it is. I'm sure they'll have some really tasty things, but nothing I haven't tried before. I'll stick with a cup of coffee. Here's my review of this dinner. The beer. Although presented as a pilsner, it tasted fruity and stronger than a regular beer. Quality was good, but not quite to my taste. The starter. Whale meat has a surprising flavor, and the combination of apple, sour cream and walnut crumbs made it very tasty. The main course. Here, the whale tastes different from the carpaccio. A bit salty, a hint of fish, a strong but good flavor, but I still prefer slightly more tender meat. Service. It couldn't be better. Friendly, fast, efficient, and a good suggestion to choose the whale steak instead of the whale burger. All in all, that puts a restaurant stationen at 4 W's. Well, I think that's it for tonight. There is not much to do. Just like that song of Depeche Mode. Enjoy the silence. Because it is silent. And you see some lights behind me, but in front it's pitch dark. I hope I found the way back to the hotel. I know I have to cross a bridge somewhere. I can't see it. There's the hotel somewhere. Where's the bridge? Is that the bridge? Yeah, it's here. It looks like polar light, right? It's just a cloud. There's the river. I hear it, but I can barely see it. How small this town is, it still produces enough light to see the mountains. Well, I'm here at the base camp. That was it for Norway and Svalbard. I'm going to catch the bus to the airport. This is definitely the coolest bus stop experience ever. And this might be the most remote road to an airport. From this point I want to say goodbye, Svalbard. It was an exciting experience. Time to go home. Weapons are also banned at airports. How is that even possible? And there comes my plane. The third flight already with the same SAS in the same Airbus A320neo. From Svalbard, it's approximately a 5.5 hour flight to Amsterdam, including a very short stopover in Oslo. Good afternoon. We're just 30 minutes away from Oslo Gardermoen Airport. And there I have a very short stopover of just 50 minutes for my next flight to Amsterdam. By coincidence, my next flight will be on this very plane. So I asked the stewardess if it's possible to stay in the plane, but I guess it was the most stupid question I could ask for. Because she replied with, "Of course not." So there's still a possibility that I will miss my next flight. How ironic would that be? I had to go back through customs, but I made it. Let's go home.
Thank God the weekend is over. Now I can take it slower. No more running on the flight, no more kicking, no more whining. And enough, I've seen it all. Don't ring me up, don't want to go.